What your customer sees is obviously going to depend upon what settings you have given in the photo booth operator reprint setup. But we're going to give you a live example of one of our setups. This is obviously a custom one with a custom header and footer as well as background color. What we're going to do is show you what the direct login looks like. Now obviously you will also get the code for the login box to place onto your website. The end result, what happens when people log in, is the same. So just for convenience, we're going to do a direct link login here. So we're going to have the customer put in the month, day, and year of the event, and then the passcode that was provided to them. Again, this is identical to the box that would show up on your website if you chose to do that. You can as well direct people to here directly. That information is provided when you generate your reprint site code. So we click the View Images button, and the photo booth operator brings us into the listing for that particular event. And as you can see, as well as the header and footer, it gives the viewer information regarding what type of event this was, where it was at, and the date and time. This ensures that they're in the right place. If you had more than one event taking place on the same date, the passcode would be different, and then that would allow them to log in to the different ones without having to be confused. You also see on the right hand side we have a shopping cart. It says there are no images in your cart. And then they list out the images we've chosen for a specific width on this one. It defaults to 20 images per page, but you can change that to 50 or 100. Down at the bottom of the page, it lets the user know which page they're on. And then it has the navigation bar at the bottom to go to the first to last and page through. Whenever they move their mouse over one of the images, the options to either add or, if the image is already in their cart, remove is available. And as you see, this is not in the cart, so remove is not available. Clicking on an image provides the larger preview with the watermark that you have previously designated, or the default one that is provided with the photo booth operator. This prevents people from taking the large image and placing it onto a Facebook or Twitter feed, if that is their goal in fact, and should help increase your sales, unless of course you've set your reprint module for free. Regardless, once the individuals see an image that they like, they click the add. Photo booth operator tells them the image is added quickly, and then you see that it now shows one item in the cart, and the remove button is now available to them. We can add another one here. There are now 2 images in the cart. Once all the images have been added, they click the View Cart to go to the View Cart screen. The View Cart screen then shows them the images that they've ordered, and they can change the quantity. They can remove them and the cost associated. Now it starts out as 0, and that's because in our settings for the company we have indicated that we were going to offer both digital and mail order prints, but we're going to offer them at different prices. Obviously, mail order, we incur a greater cost, shipping, packaging, etc., so we're going to charge more. And that option is available here in which delivery method you would like. So the digital versions of the images we have designated to be $1.50 each if the user selects those. And then the cost is $1.50 each. Goes up to $3. You cannot change the quantity on digital reprints. They're digital. So if you have one, you can do whatever you want with it. And you see the Proceed to Checkout button is now available to the user. The other feature is the Mail Me Hard Copies, which we have designated at $3 a piece, and it shows them to be 6. Now, if you were to have multiple sizes and prices available, and for instance, we have many clients that offer a 4x6, a 5x7, and an 8.5x11, the individuals wouldn't be able to indicate what size they would like the reprint, and if they have more than one quantity, which size of each one of those. So for example, they could have 2 copies of this reprint image here, one at 5x7 and one at 8x10. The photo booth operator will keep track of that, all that for you, and can generate the price for them. We're going to do digital versions, and we're going to proceed to checkout. Proceeding to the checkout then takes them to the secure checkout. Now this is extremely important. We left it off here as an example. But if you are going to design your own custom header and footer, and it is going to contain images that you have linked back to your website, you'll want to designate them with the HTTPS protocol, that is the secure protocol. If you do not, then when we switch over to the secure protocol, they will show up as being non-secure items. Most of the time this would be completely transparent, but if you have any kind of savvy users, they may be alarmed by this and you may be contacted. So if you're going to add your own images to a header or footer, we highly recommend you add them via the HTTPS protocol. Once inside, the options available are dependent upon several factors. If these were free reprints, then they would not have to put in their credit card information. We'll even kind of take a look at that here a little bit later. If you have a credit card key from our third-party processor, then this order will be processed in real time, and they will be taken directly to their reprints if the order goes through fine and it is not mail order. If you do not have a credit card key, then that information is securely stored and you'll access it yourself on the website. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and show you that the information available: first name, last name, address, credit card, city, state, zip, phone number, and email. Obviously, we're not going to place an order here to trigger that, but what we are going to do is go back, change this to a free reprint event, and show you what that looks like. So if you can just bear with us 1 second. We're back now at our normal screen. So unbeknownst to the client, the reprints are free, or perhaps known. Some companies will tell them. We're going to go to View Cart, and you can see now that instead of having the delivery method, it just automatically shows 0 and 0 for the shopping cart total, and the user can now proceed to checkout. I click Proceed to Checkout, and now the information that we need is their first name, last name, email, and phone number. The email, we're going to send them instructions for retrieving the images in case they get lost on the page that follows. Also, though, this information is collected for you for possible future marketing. So we're going to go ahead and put in some false information here. Okay, and phone number is optional. So we go ahead and we click the place order, and the photo booth operator now gives them links to their images, a link to a special page that we've set up where they can view their order for the next 14 days, and then the actual raw images themselves. So they have everything at their disposal, and this page is almost identical to the one that's available at the link.